That's the same scene, 20 minutes apart. Nobody rewrote it for me. I argued with something until it got better. Here's the situation. You have a draft. It's structured, it's formatted, and somewhere in it there's a problem you can't see. Because you wrote it, and you've read it 11 times. That's what this lesson is for. Not writing with AI, challenging your work with AI. 2 things before we start. First, this assistant has read your project. Every scene, every character, every line. So you never have to paste anything in. You can just say, "this scene," and it knows. Second, and this is the one people get wrong, vague questions produce vague answers. Watch. Look at that. It's not wrong, it's just useless. Deepen the character, raise the stakes, consider the pacing. That's advice you could have written yourself before breakfast. The problem isn't the AI. The problem is that I asked a question with no edges. So let me ask one with edges. Completely different. 3 named moments, reasons. And notice what I told it not to do. Don't tell me how to fix it. I want the diagnosis first. If you let it jump to solutions, it stops looking. And there it is. The line where Mara explains the observatory. It's called it out as exposition with no listener. It's right. I knew that line was soft, and I kept it anyway, because I wrote it. That's the whole value of this. Not intelligence, detachment. Now, before I act on any of it, a warning I'd give about any script consultant, human or otherwise. Being told something is weak is not the same as being told to change it. Sometimes a moment is quiet on purpose. Sometimes a character is unclear because the film is about not understanding them yet. Read the reason it gives you. And if the reason doesn't apply to the film you're actually making, move on without guilt. Of these 3, I agree with 2. The third one wants the ending explained, and I'm not explaining the ending. Let me push on something harder. That phrase, argue against, changes the register of the reply completely. Without it, this thing is agreeable. It wants to help. Ask it to argue, and it will actually push. And it's found something real. In my draft, she stays because the script needs her to. That's not a reason. So let me use it to think, rather than to write. 5 options. I'm taking the second one. She reaches for her coat, and then doesn't put it on. It's small, it's physical, it's entirely on screen, and it costs nothing to generate. The other 4? Gone. I'm not obliged to use anything just because it appeared. Now let's fix that soft line. And this is where I want to show you the difference between a scalpel and a hammer. The hammer would be, rewrite this scene. Don't do that. You'll get a scene that's technically better and no longer yours. The scalpel, 3 things in that prompt. I named the exact target, Mara's dialogue on page 1. I named what must not change, every action line. And I asked to see both versions, so I'm comparing rather than accepting. Read them. The new one is better. She doesn't explain anything. She says one word into a dead microphone out of habit. That's a character. Let me do one more of these on a different problem, because dialogue isn't the only thing worth targeting. That second half of the prompt, what could the audience see instead, is the one I use most in this whole workspace. It reframes every writing problem as a directing problem, and directing problems have pictures attached to them. And once you're thinking in pictures, you're already halfway into the storyboard. Quick practical note while we're here. Conversations are separate, and you can start a new one at any time. Use that. Keep one conversation for structure, one for a scene you're wrestling with, and one for production questions. A single conversation that drifts across all 3 ends up carrying context that quietly bends every answer. You'll ask about pacing, and get an answer colored by an argument about a character you had 20 messages ago. Now the reveal. My ending works, but it's the ending anyone would write. Notice the constraints again. Every time you ask this thing an open question, it will reach for a new character or a new location, because that's the cheapest way to make something surprising in prose. It's also the most expensive way to make something surprising in production. So take those tools away from it, and it has to be cleverer. The reflection in the window. That's the idea we're building the last shot on for the rest of this academy. 2 more quickly, and then we're done. This next one is worth running on every project before you storyboard. Contradictions are cheap to fix in words, and expensive to fix in pictures. Mine's a good one. Early on, I wrote that the door hasn't been opened in 20 years. Later, there's a chair against it. Somebody put that chair there. That's a contradiction the audience won't articulate and will absolutely feel. Now, pacing, which is probably the hardest thing to judge in your own work. Notice I asked it to point at a line, not to describe a feeling. Where does it drag gets you an essay. Point at the exact line gets you a place you can fix. And tone. This is the one I use when I suspect I've settled for the obvious version. I'm not taking this one, but I'm keeping the second half of it, where the voice on the radio knows something about the room that it shouldn't know. That's better than what I had. That's a normal outcome, by the way. Most of what comes back, you don't use. You're not shopping for a script. You're widening the field you're choosing from. One more principle before the last question, and it's about context. The assistant has read your project. It has not read your intentions. So the more you say about what you're trying to do, the more useful the answer. Watch the difference. Is this ending good? That's a question about an abstraction. This ending has to feel like a decision she makes, not something that happens to her. Does it? That's a question about a target. Same tool, same scene. One of those gets you a review, the other gets you a note. And now, the production question. Look at that answer. It's flagged the moment where Mara crosses the room quickly, because sustained full-body movement is where AI video falls apart. It suggested we cut to her hands instead. I'll take that. Not because I'm compromising, because a cut to her hands is a better shot anyway, and now I know it'll survive generation. One last thing. Here's a suggestion I'm rejecting outright. It wanted to make the voice on the radio ambiguous, possibly Mara's own. It's a good idea. It's not my film. My film is about someone deciding to believe a stranger. Say no, out loud, in the conversation if you like. This thing should expand what you're considering. It should never quietly replace what you intended. And here's the bill for everything you just watched. 8 messages, around 50 credits. That's the price of a script consultation that found a real weakness, argued with my protagonist, gave me 5 options I didn't have, and flagged the shot that would have failed in generation. I'll take that trade every time. But notice where the value came from. It wasn't the tool being smart, it was the questions having edges. So if you remember 4 shapes, remember these. What are the 3 weakest? Because a number forces a ranking, and a ranking forces a judgment. Argue against my version, because otherwise it agrees with you. Suggest 5 alternatives. No new characters, no new locations, because constraints make it work harder. And rewrite only this, keep everything else. Show me both, because that's a scalpel, and everything else is a hammer. So, ask questions with edges. Ask for the diagnosis before the cure. Tell it what it's not allowed to change, and it gets cleverer. Rewrite one thing at a time, and always compare against the original. And when something comes back that's good, but isn't yours, say no, and keep going. Your script is now in a shape you're happy with, which means it's time to tell ScreenWeaver what everything in it actually looks like. Because in the next video, every character, every place, and every object gets a description that the image generation will read, word for word.